Well, folks, welcome back to Hotline with the hot people with the hot topics. I'm Sean Rush. I've got a hot hat. But no Sarah Jane Simmons, she's ill today. But we've got Bloxy, he's get a hot hat on, mate. And I'm here with Jeremy. It is bang. It is bang. Jeremy Bang. Welcome, Danny. Get yourself a hot hat. That's awesome. Hey, so Jeremy, tell us a little bit about your journey. You're a Wellington boy, born and bred. Hutt Valley High, wasn't it?
Sweet Valley Heights. Yeah.
So, but now you're in the shoe business. Tell us about that journey.
Yeah. So, was in retailing from a fairly young age. Went away to university, came back to Wellington, and got into footwear retailing. And most recently, in the last sort of 5 years, I set about a new change, which was sort of born out of my windsurfing in Wellington, actually. And
that's the only type of surfing you do in Wellington, a lot of times.
Yeah, that's right. 35 knots on the harbour. But yeah, started a new company called YY Nation, and that's really about eliminating the use of plastics and taking plastics out of the ocean and moving it into footwear and fashion.
Yeah, so I read a bit of stuff on your website. You're at a beach in Hawaii, and these blue flecks were amongst the sand.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah, I was with my daughter, and I used to go there when I was younger, in my late sort of teenage years. And so I thought I'd take my family back. We went back there and took my little daughter. She was 9 at the time on the beach, and we were looking through, playing in the sand. And she was like, "Daddy, what are these blue flecks?" And on closer inspection, I found out there was plastic, and there was plastic washing up on the beach in the middle of the Pacific. And I thought, why is this happening here? And then it was this whole sort of realization, well, why can't I do something about it? So that was the birth of the brand YY Nation. And so we set about to, transform the footwear industry and use natural-based materials like hemp, cactus plants, algae to make our shoes rather than plastic-based.
I'm really interested in the hemp thing because obviously it's got an association with marijuana, and so the whole right wing of New Zealand switch off. But actually, it's a bit more complex than that, isn't it? Yeah. It's a real. I think it's a building material of the future. It sucks carbon dioxide out. Do you just want to talk a wee bit about working with hemp?
Hold on, I've got a question from the Facebook audience at Wellington-Live.
Who's the dog?
They want to know where are you from?
Oh, from Hutt.
We've done this. And what's your... what about Bank shoes?
He's the cameraman.
Didn't you used to own Bank shoes?
So that was my grandfather and my father that owned that.
Excellent. Yeah. And how long have you been in the family with shoes?
So yeah, I used to, after school, I'd go back to the back of the shop and I'd be sweeping the floors and putting the boxes away. And then by the age of 11, my dad said, "Yeah, you're old enough now. You can go out and sell." So.
Okay, sorry, that was answered. You can go back to your climate brand.
We're talking about waste. We're talking about ocean waste.
Yeah, but you can't turn plastic into shoes.
Hey, who's the dog?
Can you?
Who's the dog?
This is Bonnie. Bonnie Boxer.
Bonnie.
Yeah.
Hey, Bonnie.
Bonnie, maybe you can go back to being
There's a much more important discussion about you can't turn plastic into shoes, can you?
Go on. Tell us about
exactly right. Yeah, about 90% of shoes are made from plastics. And they just don't go away. You put them in landfill and they're there for 400 years, don't decompose. So, that's the whole point of YY. On further discovery, we found out, there is actually these incredible natural materials like hemp that actually absorb carbon. We can utilise it for footwear. It's got these incredible natural properties like antibacterial and odor resistance. Which is an incredible and just a really comfortable, amazing product to wear on the feet.
Durable?
Incredibly durable.
Yep.
I'm wearing our new hemp product here. We've just released these with a number of companies in the US. And they are just amazing.
I've got the plastic ones. They're hot and sweaty. And I can't take them off without washing my feet, as my wife says.
I think we could get you a pair of these.
Hook me up, mate. Hook me up there. Well, that's amazing. So where do you produce these your shoes? Are you just local, or are you global, or a bit of both?
So yeah, a lot of our R&D, product design, we all do here on Wellington. We've got an amazing team. You know, Wellington's a real great incubator for creative, innovative people.
There you go, positive Wellington.
And so we founded, you know, based ourselves here right in Wellington. I just live about 10 minutes from here. And it's fantastic. Most of our team have come out of Wellington, and then we have a team in the US, and they're working, you know, on our sales and marketing.
Just going to change it up a bit. What's your favourite beach then in Wellington? Is it Island Bay?
Well, yeah,
Don't let him answer the question. This is Sarah Jane from Island Bay.
Right, sorry, Sarah. I'm not, Sarah Jane. I'm not an Island Bay fan, but yeah, more Windy Point.
What's your Windy Point?
Yeah.
Windy Point export. And what's your favourite restaurant? Is that also an export?
No, I would say actually we've got Cafe Ice here, right?
Yep.
And I prefer dessert over a main. So yeah, a good one of their after dark mints ice creams is phenomenal.
That's awesome. And so what's next for you? I'm guessing the business is going brilliantly.
Yeah.
And so bigger bigger footprint. A bigger global footprint. Sorry about that, everybody. He's slithered. What's next for you?
We're taking one step at a time.
Oh no!
2 feet forward. Have you ever had to go 2 feet forward and 2 feet back?
Look, you know, we always make backstep now and again, but we're really pushing ahead.
Sean's actually getting a bit toey with me. He wants to end the interview.
We've done the joke now. We've done the pun. All right, back to the camera.
Yeah, so we're
otherwise
these,
I'll boot you. You're gonna kick up that side. Go on, carry on.
So all going ahead well, and we're really excited, about the uptake we've had in the US and the customers that we've got there.
Maybe a listing.
Well, I don't know about that. I don't know if we feel like going public.
You should go and hang out with my mate. So you should go hang out with my mate Rod Drury. He used to do a speech, and if he said, "Is any of you going to go public?" And if they didn't put their hand up, he'd tell them to fuck off. Well, he'd say that they weren't being ambitious.
Sarah Jane. What about you, Bonnie? What do you reckon? I think Bonnie could actually take Sarah Jane's spot. Roxy, you go back to the camera. Anyway, we'll wind it up, Jeremy. Hey, thanks so much for coming on, and brilliant to hear about. You just had an idea and you've taken it through, and now you're doing more to save the bloody planet than most Green Party. I shouldn't say that, but anyway, you might be a member of the Green Party. God, I took myself. Anyway, so thanks very much. Cheers, Moxie. Thanks, Bonnie.
Cheers.
All the best. Cheers.
Thanks.
Wellington on a good day or even a bad day too. You can't beat Wellington, it's a cliche, but nonetheless it's true.
We're ready! Are we on? Welcome to Hotline! And where's Sarah Jane?
Sarah Jane's got the flu. She's in bed for 3 days in a row, and I said to her, "Stay home." She's got a cough.
Okay, well, wherever you are, Sarah Jane, you're seeing this, you probably won't see it for another 3 weeks, but hope you're feeling better. We do miss you. So today we've got Sean Rush, we've got Graham Blocks, and the man that's in the hot seat, give him a hot hat, is Michael Meads. Michael, tell us about yourself. I understand you've got an outfit out in Seaview that makes a contribution to Wellington.
That's the one. I mean, people come from Wellington to see us.
Wow.
And today we had a guy who rode his 100-year-old dory right across from Clyde Quay to Seaview Marina just to have coffee.
So you got a cafe there?
That's a cafe.
What's it called?
Compass Coffee.
Compass Coffee.
And
Hold on, I've got a question from the people in the queue. What's a dory?
a dory.
Yeah.
It's an old boat. It's an old boat, or an old rowing boat.
Oh, really? So he rowed across the harbour
He rowed
for
across.
a cuppa. Did he row back?
Yeah.
It's always going back to is the hardest bit I've done. Socrates, I always go for a run, but make sure don't go too far. You need to be able to get back. Anyway, so Michael, so how long have you had that business for?
We set it up 7.5 years ago.
Right, and we is you
Me and my wife.
Yep.
My wife's sort of very passive in the business. But we built it up from nothing. We built it up over the rocks.
Yeah.
And it's New Zealand's only cafe, here this Wellington, that you can have boats come up for coffee.
And that's so cool. That's so cool. I can't believe I've lived in this town. I've never heard of it.
Quick question from the audience: have you got a liquor license?
No,
Oh, that might be why.
our business is coffee, not.
What if I pull my boat up and I wanted a 6-pack of Heinekens or something?
Have you got a boat?
No. Well, I've got a jet ski. Say I pulled my jet ski up.
Yes.
Would you be able to give me a 6-pack of Zero Heinekens?
Yes.
Good. Great. Okay.
Yep.
And so how much business do you really get from people in boats?
Like quite a bit.
Really?
Quite a bit. We have a lot of, as you say, jet skiers come over. I've even got special jet ski pontoons put in, just so that they can ride up on the pontoon,
There you
come
go,
up and
folks.
grab their coffee and sausage roll. Now, fun fact. Since started the business, we have the secret sausage roll, and I calculated just last week, Friday, that we have sold the equivalent of 19 kilometres of sausage rolls. So, if you put the 19 kilometres starting from Compass Coffee at Seaview Marina, all the way down Port Road, along the motorway, back down here, and it finishes at the Band Rotunda, that's 19 kilometres. And we've sold 126,000 sausage rolls.
I love sausage rolls. That's an awesome statistic, though, isn't it?
It is, loves that.
Yeah. So I'm just trying to visualise where exactly in Seaview you are. You mentioned Port.
Oh, I can explain that. It's 19 kilometres of sausage rolls away.
Which way?
Oh, we're heading back down the Hutt Road, down
That's it.
Tony, down Port Road. When you're about 3
Past
quarters down
Waipiro,
Port
right?
Road. Oh, way past there.
Yeah,
we're there.
Yeah,
Turn
almost.
right at the
Almost.
marina where you've got the boat store.
Yep,
Yep.
right there. So
Right
it's
in there.
100
Right on the
Port
water's
Road.
edge over the rocks.
Yep.
Oh, great. So, okay, changing things up, as Sarah Jane would say. What's your favourite restaurant in Wellington?
Oh, it's got to be Cynthia Place.
Cynthia Blows. The owner's not here, don't you?
We'll probably get
Cynthia
another,
Blows was,
another
I
hat
tell
for
you,
that one.
Cynthia Blows was
Two hats.
going off last weekend up the Albert match. It
I bet it
was
was.
Artie Central, really was.
Just like the old days.
I couldn't get in because you had to be on the guest list. But anyway, there you go.
Even with shoes like that.
We'll talk about shoes a bit later, thank you. Okay, and so restaurant San Diablo, do you live out at Seaview or
No,
or you
live at White Knight.
Waikanae? Wow.
So,
Waik's not there.
yeah. So, no, live at White Knight, always lived out that way. And, since we moved to Wellington. And I come in a few days a week.
Right, yeah. Are you one of the folks who've got a coastal property up that way? Not
No.
worried about what Kapiti District Council are going to be
No.
managed retreat stuff?
No, we're up the garden end.
You are?
Yeah,
Hey, oh, I love it. It's lovely up there.
it is.
Graham, Sarah Jane, you got something else?
Oh yeah, I mean, how's the coffee scene in Wellington?
Yeah.
Oh, sorry, I've just asked my AI watch. How's the coffee scene in Wellington?
Look, I think hospitality in general is going through a bit of a tough time. I voted for change. So I'm happy to work through that tough time.
Did you, another question, does coffee make you feel good?
As Jeff from Havana would say, what does he say?
Coffee makes you feel! I'm sorry Jeff, that's obviously not as good as
Right,
as
that's
Mr.
it.
Marsland.
Mike, thanks so much for coming and tell us about your business and really interesting. So I've learned something new. So I love about doing the show is it finishes up my week in a real good way. Thanks so much for coming on the show. That Hotline with Michael Meads, and we're here on Courtney Place, San Diablo. Have a great afternoon. Cheers. Cheers, mate. Excellent.
Excellent.
Now I'm going to watch my
It's about. I mean,
Can't beat Wellington on a good day or even a bad day too. You can't beat Wellington, it's a cliche.
Welcome to Hotline. I'm going to get a hot hat. I'm Sean Rush. With Sarah Jane away, unfortunately. We've got Bonnie the dog, we've got Graham the cameraman, and the hot guy with the hot seat who's going to get a hot hat is Ian Kerry.
That's right.
Ian, thanks for coming on the show. Welcome along. Now, tell us, mate, you're a chef, you're an owner of a deli, and you do kosher food. Do you want to just talk us through that journey? How'd you get into all that?
Yeah, that's right. So I've been a chef for 30 odd years now,
Yep.
and I've always wanted to own a deli. A lot of people sort of model their delis on New York style delis, but I wanted to add a different twist to it
Yep.
because of where we are. A lot of people do smoked meats and slow barbecue. That's not what I'm about.
Yep.
So I thought I'd try and put it sort of on a Kiwi twist on a deli. So we make everything ourselves. We make everything ourselves. We keep all our own fish. Everything's local. Everything's sustainable as much as it will be.
Yep, nice one.
And that's our thing.
And you're in Bond Street.
Yep.
For those who don't know, Bond Street's off
Between Willis and
Willis.
Victoria.
Yeah. Great pub there. She used to go in the 80s. That's cool. Now tell us about the kosher aspect. So is all the food kosher?
Yep.
Um,
And the rabbi comes in twice a day and certifies everything, makes sure that nothing arrives through the cracks.
Yep.
And it's really simple to do. It's just another layer that we add to the bakery to be able to provide for people who are travelling through New Zealand and also to work.
So just talk me through kosher. Now I know that that's prepared so that Jewish people of Jewish faith.
Yep.
But also is it Islamic as well, or do they have
So they've got the halal.
halal? Yes. Sorry, my apologies to my Isaiah.
That's all right. Generally, if you will eat halal food, you can eat kosher food.
Yeah.
But it doesn't work the other way around for a number of different reasons.
Okay, and so, you're a small business, you're in Wellington, and we hear that despite this fantastic day and some of the wonderful Kiwis that we host here, we hear that business is a little bit slow. Are you finding it too?
Well, we're at the end of our 8th week. We've only been open 2 months. The business has been building for us.
Yep.
So we're in a fortunate position that Wellington's been treating us very well.
Nice.
And I think there's just a point of difference.
Yep.
We've got some regular customers in our first 2 months that love what we do.
Awesome.
And I have no problem with how hospitality has been going in the last 2 months.
Okay.
For us.
And are they city workers? Come in, or you got some people locals that live nearby? Or?
It seems to be a fair split between the two.
Yep.
There's definitely the office workers who are coming in at lunchtime. There's also the local Jewish community who are coming in and stocking up their goods and they can't be anywhere else. And then we've also got people who are travelling who come in because of what we're doing.
That's really exciting.
I've got a question from the audience. Was it terrifying to start the business? I mean, you've only been going for 8 weeks. Must like in a
It's not
tough time.
It's not my first rodeo. I've had cafes and restaurants before. So this was just an extension of what happened.
Yeah. And what about the $2 coffees or the $3, $5 coffees or something you do?
$2.50 coffee.
What?
Hot or cold, eaten, take out, doesn't matter. We just want to try and get people back into buying coffee in the city because I know that people are struggling with $7 coffees. So $2.50 coffees is the way we're doing it.
I just got given a coffee machine in my office. I dare not tell Chris from Tipple on the Nook where I was downstairs where I normally get my coffee. Anyway,
Tipple on the Nook.
Tipple on the Nook.
And shout out to Tipple on the Nook.
Yeah. Hey, Ian, well, that's really exciting. Now, you mentioned that you have been in this kind of business before.
Yep.
Who else have you worked for and where? And
Oh, so my last role was a corporate role doing food safety for a food company.
really?
Yeah,
Okay.
and I realised I didn't want to have to shave every day, so I decided I was going to leave my corporate role and go out on my own again.
This is 8 weeks worth of growth, is it?
Exactly.
I love it. What about you, Bonnie? You got anything to say?
Well, Bonnie's just going to get into her glasses. And I tell you what, I've got a question about the beard there. Obviously, how many days haven't you shaved?
Oh, it's been a couple of months now.
What's your
I've been married 23 years and my wife never seen my chin.
I've got a couple of questions for you. What's your favourite beach in Wellington?
It's only beach in the dog. One of my beaches.
And what's your favourite flour brand? What flour would be your favourite?
Oh, for baking with, or do you mean
Baking, yeah.
Oh, okay. So yeah, yeah. Sniffing and when you walk through the park. Maori, they make a fantastic drink called Victory, which is like a high protein baker's flour. You can do anything with it. It's great.
Awesome. Hey, well, that's really exciting to hear. I mean, I didn't realise that you're only 8 weeks into your journey. Buzzing to hear that it's going well, so that's brilliant. You got summer to look forward to, so we're getting a bit of that today, which is awesome. But thanks so much for coming on the show, Ian Kerry from the Bond Street Deli. Go check him out. Sounds like a real good business. Thanks so much for coming on. Hotline.
Thank you. Appreciate it. Cheers.
Oh, that is so awesome to hear, mate. That's
Wellington on a good day or even a bad day too. You can't beat Wellington, it's a cliche, but nonetheless it's true.
welcome, folks. Welcome to Hotline. We're here at Courtney Place. It is without doubt a gorgeous one of those. Wellington on a good day. It's beautiful out there. Summer's about to start. You can feel it. We had the All Blacks last week. Wales in town. I'm Sean Rush. I'm here for old Sarah Jane's ill today. So we got Bonnie Bloxham, and her dad, Graham.
Oh, thank you. Thanks for welcoming me in. I've got a hot hat
For the hot hat for the hot guy is Ian Klinac. Welcome, folks. Welcome to Hotline. We're here at Courtney Place. It is without doubt a gorgeous one of those. Wellington on a good day. It's beautiful out there. Summer's about to start. You can feel it. We had the All Blacks last week. Wales in town. I'm Sean Rush. I'm here for old Sarah Jane's ill today. So we got Bonnie Bloxham, and her dad, Graham.
Oh, thank you. Thanks for welcoming me in. I've got a hot hat
For the hot hat for the hot guy is Ian Klinac. Ian, got that right, didn't I?
Got it right.
Got it right,
Got
yeah.
it right.
So Ian's, you work at Sotheby's, you're a real estate agent. Tell us a bit about yourself. How'd you end up being conned on to Hotline?
Listen, it's just an honour. It's an honour. So yeah, I'm the regional auctioneer for Sotheby's International Realty here in Wellington. Very proud of that. I run an event which is called the Champions Charity Lunch. Started in 1998 when I was working with Ronald McDonald House at Shed 6. And since then, we just celebrated the 27th Champions last Friday. Bloxy was there in full force. And raising money currently for a fantastic cause in Lifelike Trust.
Right.
So it's
Is that the helicopter?
that's the rescue helicopter
Yep.
and planes. They're just negotiating with a new fleet of planes from Australia, which is fantastic. So great cause to be involved with, Sean.
Yeah.
And we had a wealth of former All Blacks in the room last week. 27 years, 7 different charities, 20 different community groups, and well over $7 million raised.
Oh, good on you.
So and with the support of so many companies, individuals, and blocks here, of course.
Wellington-Live, of course, we're 100% behind you. I was at a charity, an alternative charity auction or lunch last week. So where did you hold your one?
Howard, so we held ours at Takina, at the Takina Conference. We had to move from the Lower Hutt Event Centre, which is a fantastic site, because our numbers increased.
Wow.
So we went from 540 people at Lower Hutt to first time last week we surpassed 1,000 people. Wow, 1,040 people.
Nice one.
Yeah,
Nice
brilliant,
one.
brilliant.
And how much did you raise?
Well,
Yeah.
so far we're sort of ticking around sort of in excess of $300,000. Not too bad for 5 hours, is it? That's the generosity of the wonderful Wellingtonian and New Zealand people.
I've got a question from the Facebook group.
Yeah.
So you were at Takina last Friday,
Yep.
and you had lots of All Blacks there, and lots of families there, and lots of school people there from the community. You bring together business, community, corporates, and giving and donating and wealth. I mean, how do you juggle all of those layers?
Mate, I juggle
And food.
I juggle a Bloxy by a beautiful family. You know, my wife Maria and my children are hugely supportive. And that's where it starts.
Yeah.
I'm very, very supportive from Glenn Jones and Mike Lovell and my team at Sotheby's. They're so supportive on that work front. But listen, you know, and listen, I've got beautiful animals. I unfortunately lost my baby Tulip on the 27th of August, a beautiful rescue staffy.
Shout out to Tulip.
Shout out to Tulip, mate, 'cause we miss you dearly, honey, every day. But we've got Sister Maple at home.
But listen, I think with that support, Bloxy, and just our continued support of Wellingtonians, of companies. Listen, I had one company say to me that they secured 2 major deals with clients that were at their table on Friday because the event was so successful. You know, I've had nothing but just, listen, the food, the service, the you know, Sir Ted Henry, should I say, yep, Sir Ted Graham Henry and his beautiful wife, Lady Raywin was there, Sir Buck and Lady Joe. Listen, we had it all. Karen Reed was there, Richard Lowe. It just goes on.
Does it question from Facebook?
Yep.
I've never known Sean to be so quiet. He must be in awe. And but the question we have from Facebook is: do you get nervous when you say when the tables are 150 metres away at the back and there's 1,000 people in the room and you go, "Come back to me, table 89. Come back to me." Is that your word? Come back to me.
Yeah. And what's developed, Bloxy, is I'm known for shh, come back to me. Shh, come back. And now I see it.
What's your wife's name?
Maria.
Do you ever say that to Maria?
No, mate, no. Listen, mate, she's a beautiful Italian from Island Bay, mate. I value my life. No, listen, come back to me. Listen, 1,000 people in the room, Bloxy, which you saw. And listen, they were attentive. They were attentive. And listen, I think they were in awe of the celebrity on stage. And also, we had a beautiful story from the Mulholland family, from Paul and his family, with Jason, the son, was rescued and assisted on the beach in Paraparaumu. They had a beautiful story to tell where the rescue helicopter was instrumental in saving a life. So, listen, I do this event, mate, because of just community spirit. It brings everyone together, and it's known as the Champions family. And you're part of that family now, Bloxy, so are you, Sean.
I think you're a big part of the family.
Hold on for a second. I was a part of that family at Ronald McDonald. He's about 28, probably 28 years ago.
Yeah.
When Ronald McDonald, then I've been part of it in the journey of seeing you raise cats.
Yeah.
And seeing you become age as well as you do.
Yes, I'm
almost aging as well as Sean over there.
I'm just wondering, Ian, did you host a charity event before the Bledisloe Cup around 2016-17 with Tim Horan speaking?
Yes.
And there was a double mounted All Black jersey signed by the World Cup winning All Blacks in 2011.
Yes.
Winning. I bid that for $20,000 until I home.
Did you? Did you?
I did, yeah.
That was with Timmy Horan, yeah.
Yeah, I met Timmy Horan in the loo. Oh, he's my hero. I'm sitting there. Do you shake your hand or
Did you
what?
have him when you shake before or after?
I was just in awe, and I got, yeah. So I went
And
to
Tim
London.
was saying, "Is that your hand?"
So anyway,
Come on, Sarah Jane is in the room.
Oh, sorry, Sarah. Sorry, yes, Jay. Hey, listen. Yeah, it was. Timmy was at
child cancer that year.
It was with child cancer.
We just had our little boy.
Yeah.
And I just thought we were so lucky.
Wow.
With our son was, he's perfect. He's in there, as she told.
Great.
And I just started up my business, and I just received my first check, which came out of nowhere. A bit of business from the government, actually for $20,000.
Wow.
And I thought, look, easy come, easy go. Let's give something back. My wife was very happy about it. But there you go.
Quick question from the Facebook.
You don't get divorced for giving away too much money.
No, not supporting child
Don't believe
cancer.
it, folks. Here.
Not supporting child cancer.
This is a waiver for the show that Sean is not earning big money and might not be offering 20 grand for a All Blacks this year. He's on a reasonable wage, a salary for the for Hotline, and Hotline is a respectful, sustainable company that doesn't pay big money to enable people to.
I do this for free.
Okay, back to the show. So, quick question: what's your favourite beach in Wellington?
We talked about that before, and obviously you can't beat Oriental Bay on a good day, can you?
It's beautiful at the moment.
I just rode past it.
Yeah.
Oh, amazing. But I've got to say Island Bay, because Maria's from there.
Yeah, you do.
What's your favourite restaurant?
We talked about that. Mike Egan at Monsoon Food. And I've got to be really difficult there because I've got so many hoteliers and restaurateurs that support me with champions. So I can say probably every restaurant in Wellington is the best restaurant you can go to.
When was the last time you scored a try?
I think I was playing for Carmo. I was playing for Carmo, and that was probably about 1983, 82, 83.
Off the side of the scrum?
No, mate, midfield actually.
Centre.
Yeah, you wouldn't believe it, would you?
Do you reckon you'd be able to tackle Marnonu?
Listen, it would be a struggle. Yeah, I don't know. Is there any hospital beds available?
Would you give it a go?
Oh, most definitely. But is there any hospital beds
A
available?
guy like that just go for one leg.
What a
hold
legend.
on,
Yeah, what a legend. Absolute legend.
Yeah, I played second by myself. 44 years I'm playing soccer for the first time this year.
Wow, really?
Yeah,
It's okay.
Too many injuries.
It's okay.
Yeah.
no.
Trying to tackle Martin.
Oh, gee, that's a good question, Bloxy. Would you tackle?
Oh mate, I'd run through it.
Yeah, but okay.
I'd run through it. I'd come from the wing, out in the centres at a different angle, and I'd jink and I'd run straight through it.
Yeah,
What would be
straight past
interesting?
them.
What would be
Yeah, that
interesting?
would be good.
Would Ma look to step me, or will he back himself to knock me over?
Yeah.
I'd sit there and make myself look real small, so he'd do the old,
listen,
charge through, and then nail it on the legs.
Oh, right.
We talked about the Woodmans. We were hoping to have Portia Woodman. She had confirmed after the Olympics.
Oh, yeah.
Her and her father, Karfina.
Yeah.
And of course, Karfina and Fred were all blacks.
Yeah.
When I was playing for Kerry, my hometown, that beautiful Bay of Islands, we would play on a highway. And you'd always ask the question before you played on highway, how many Woodman brothers are playing? Because there's Richard, Robert, Freddie and Karfina. And if you found out that all four were playing, you pulled an injury, you had a hamstring.
Hold on. Question from you used that line last week at the Champions Lunch.
I did, but I didn't put the newspaper article up there saying Klinac was hit in the midfield by the Woodmans, was never the same since. And that's probably to this day today, 2024.
Hey Ian, so what's next for you, mate? I mean, you got the business, you're doing some real estate at Sotheby's.
Great company.
Ever thought about putting your hand up to go on the bonfire known as the Wellington City Council?
No.
Trying to make the world
What about Korerua?
No. Hey, listen, I respect people and for doing that journey. Listen, if I can just keep doing what I do with on the charitable side, my wife also looks after kittens. She has a little kitten rescue and supports Rachel Rescue and Feral Nation. So we've got a few kittens around the place.
Oh, shout out to Feral Nation and
Rachel Rescue.
Rachel Rescue.
Most
I
definitely.
love your work.
Yeah, they do a fantastic job. So, no, listen, I respect those people. I'll just sort of stay in the background and if I can continue doing my charitable work with support from people like yourselves and make Wellington a better place and create this event. Well, we're not creating an event, we've got the event.
Yeah.
And hand on heart, yesterday I was going through the numbers. We could probably sell 87 tables by this afternoon for next year. So that says something, doesn't it?
Yeah. Okay, Ian, well, thanks very much for coming on Hotline. Really impressed with the charity work. I've been involved in a little bit of that.
20 grand.
Yeah.
Great.
There's more of that story, but I'll tell you later. But thanks very much for coming on Hotline. That's
Appreciate it.
Hotline for the afternoon here in a beautiful, vibrant Courtney Place with Bonnie, Boxham, and a dad, and I'm Sean Rush. Thanks very much, Ian Klinac.
Thanks very much.
All the best. Yes. So I got home. One of my mates had posted it up on Facebook, right? Yeah. So I get home. That's the yeah, wife is absolutely livid with.
You can't beat Wellington on a good day or even a bad day too. You can't beat Wellington, it's a cliche, but nonetheless it's true.
I'll just take a moment to pause to try and sort the music out, which has got a little louder than I wanted it to for this moment. A couple of years ago we decided to start the Bloxham Foundation, and in there we started the Umbrella Award, and the first Umbrella Award was given to Mark Tanachek, a mate of mine, and I didn't get a prize, so I ran across the road in Willis Street. We were at the Arborist and went into the Chinese where they sell the honey flavoured wax candles and things, and got the cheapest umbrella I could, and we created the Umbrella Awards.
Fantastic.
And the Umbrella Awards are for people that over a period of time have done things that have an impact on Wellington, have an impact on communities, and that have an impact on people's lives. And you've certainly been able to do that over a period of time. The All Blacks last week said things about you that I couldn't believe. Graham Henry said things like, Never met a man like him, and that was from a man who was the All Black coach to use short words like that, and for the people that you've saved, and for the people that you've motivated, and for the people that you've scared by demanding they buy a table.
Yeah.
It must have taken an incredible rush for you to get through 27 years of this in the city we call Wellington. And I've decided, after knowing you for 27 years and hearing the stories from the All Blacks, to offer you the Bloxham Foundation Umbrella Award.
That's fantastic.
And
That.
so congratulations, Ian.
Thank you so much, Bloxy. It means so much. It really does.
Keep it up, mate.
It really
You're
does.
a great man.
That means so much. It really does to my family, myself, and everybody associated with Champions for 27 years. So thank you, man. I really do appreciate it.
Yeah. You can hold that up and
I can
Mary Poppins style.
Thank you, mate.
Take it easy, man. And really proud of your achievements. And may the Wellington corporate donation gods keep generous to a great man, a great Wellingtonian.
Yeah. Thank you so much. Here. Thank you, Sean. Thank you, Bloxy. Cheers. Thank you, Wellington-Live.
You can't beat Wellington on a good day or even a bad day too. You can't beat Wellington, it's a cliche, but nonetheless it's true.